Hey yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to KFX, your go-to channel for forex related content here on YouTube. So, what I have for you guys today is a pair called USDCad. This is the first time I'm analyzing this pair here, so yeah, it's a new one. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. So, when we analyze, we know, right? We all know we need to start on the higher time frames to get our direction. Higher time frames being our monthly, our weekly, and our daily time frames, right? So these ones here. So monthly, weekly, daily. These time frames are important to us because they show us our direction or our bias, either or. So they give us a clear indication of what the market is doing. So you need to know what the market is doing before you enter every time. So entering without knowing your bias is useless because you don't know where the overall direction is. So you need to always start on a bigger time frame, drop down to a lower one, not too low, but yeah, the point is here you need to get your direction, right? So let's get straight to it. So we need to find our key levels of support and resistance. And visually, like clearly, we can see here on the monthly time frame that here's our resistance here. Even though this happened long ago, this is all in the past, but it's a historical resistance level. Historical meaning it's been there for a while. When was this? This was in April. Wait, yeah, Monday in March. This was in March right here. So yeah, it's quite far. So that's just for added confluence. But right now, what I see resistance forming, and let me mark it out for you guys right now. That's the current resistance that I see market, forming. And what qualifies as resistance, I'll keep saying this every time for every video until, it's very clear. So price got here, rejected to the downside. Came back again here, left a wick, rejected to the downside. Came back again, did the same old, came back, same thing until price broke it to the upside, making this a support level. So whenever price breaks a support level, whenever a price breaks a resistance level to the upside, so resistance means that price has been below that level or at that zone, which means it are serving as resistance, which makes price go down, right? So whenever it's broken to the upside, it changes. Now it's support. Now it supports whatever happens whenever price comes from above. So could have seen either this at that level, right? But instead, price came back down here below this level. So now we are back at resistance. It's below this level. It's no longer support. It just broke through and retested this level. So we need to see a further continuation downwards because like we saw with this resistance here on top, we saw this clear rejection from that zone. And this rejection, since it's on a monthly time frame, on the lower time frame, like let's go to a weekly, we will see a downtrend because it's a smaller time frame compared to the monthly. So a downtrend is a series of lower lows and lower highs being created every time, being respected every time. So every time price would retest that level, it would sell, confirming a downtrend. That is a normal downtrend, under normal circumstances, downtrend. And we see it quite clearly here after it rejected. So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, created a new low. Now it's currently retesting this zone here. And it's quite clear to see what the market is doing. So we're expecting to see this with added confluence. Of course, we still need to drop down to our daily. So, but like this is what This is how a downtrend would play out. If it had to continue in its normal, breaking lower lows and making lower highs, it makes sense for price to break this low here. It makes sense for price to break this low here and retest it like so, and then continue downwards, right? That is a downtrend, a normal downtrend. So since now we know we are fetching this level here, this is where we want to sell. So right now it's not too clear. It's not too clear, and price has been there already. Price is already rejecting from this level. So it's safe to say that for USDCAD, you should be looking to get your entries, your entry strategies, stuff. You need to be ready. You need to be looking at it. So for this downtrend to continue, since we know we're in a downtrend, but as of now, on the daily time frame, we are facing this support level because price, it's a support level because price has been supporting all these rejections to the upside. And what we know, what I've mentioned about zones, support and resistance zones, is that whenever I was talking about resistance, now I'm talking about support. So whenever this support level gets broken into, whenever price will break it below, so that's an indication of this zone now being a sell zone, so a resistance zone. So we expect price to create a downtrend after breaking that zone, right? But now price is currently, supporting. But now it's at this crucial resistance where price has been selling off of in the past. So we need to monitor it. We need to see and wait for a downtrend to happen on the daily time frame, right? So right now we are facing these highs since price. This is a rejection zone. So every time you'll see me draw out rejection zones and support zones just to make my life easier. Like these are very simple to see and understand. So it's a resistance zone because price came here, sold, price got here, sold, broke to the upside. So making this a support level. Price came here, supported for a while, nyana, and then broke this zone to the downside. So now what we should be waiting for is for price to come back again here, close below this zone, clearly break this low. So we would want to see something like this. Come back to this zone here, or might test this zone further. You never know what price does. You can't confirm. But then if ever it comes back here from buying, it comes back here and closes below again, it's a clear indication for sales. Or the safest entry here would be a weight of the safest entry for you here would be for you to wait for this zone to get broken. Since this is the current support, and we don't want to be like at supports at this level because on the weekly and on our monthly time frame, this is the ruling factor. This zone here, it's what's currently making price reject to the downside. So if ever price had to stay here, let me go back to the daily. So if price is keeps staying below this level, it can easily sell to the downside. And then if it comes back to the same zone, to the same support level, and closes inside or above the support level, can easily also buy back up. So what we need to see is a close below here in order to know that we are selling. Close below. This is the safe entry if you want to wait and be patient. This is a safe entry since you know that you'll be breaking a clear support level. And for buying, just in case it buys, you'd wait for a close above here. you'd wait for a close above here and a retest of it, and then you continue further up, right? So this is what I'm waiting for currently on Usdcad. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end it, guys. Thank you for watching. This has been your boy KFX. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Comment on what other forex content you'd like to see, what other pairs you'd like to see me analyze, and yeah, anything in general. Yeah, it's your boy.